Trump, Kim, a very great moment in the history of the world. Welcome to the Hills Morning Report, and happy Tuesday. Our daily email gets you up to speed on the most important developments in politics and policy, plus trends to watch, co-created by Jonathan Izay and Alexa Simondinger. Click here to subscribe. The Washington Capitals are the toast of the city today during a parade for the 2018 Stanley Cup champions. The festivities begin at 11 a.m. at Constitution Avenue and 17th Streets and proceed along Constitution Avenue to 7th Street. The parade ends with a rally at 7th Street and the National Mall. Traffic will be diverted downtown from 9:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. The federal government will be open, but the White House is encouraging agencies to grant 2 hours of administrative leave between 10:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. so workers can attend. President Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un signed a one-page joint statement at a dramatic ceremony in Singapore early this morning, affirming their unwavering commitment to the complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. The signed document, which came after a historic first meeting between Trump and Kim, does not detail the steps North Korea will take to denuclearize or how the U.S. might verify that process. The president described it as the first step in a longer negotiation process. But it marks a dramatic turning point between the U.S. and North Korea, which appeared to be on the brink of war only months ago when Trump and Kim were hurling apocalyptic warnings at one another. The president appeared elated during a 65-minute press conference this morning, in which he mentioned he hadn't slept in 25 hours. "We've gotten a lot," he said. "All I can say, they want to make a deal." How the leaders described the agreement: Kim called the document historic and said it would lead to a new era in the U.S. North Korea relationship. "We had a historic meeting and decided to leave the past behind. The world will see a major change," Kim said. Trump called the meeting honest, direct, and productive. "It's a first bold step toward a bright new future for his people," Trump said. "Our unprecedented meeting proves that real change is indeed possible. Adversaries can indeed become friends. We can honor the sacrifice of our forefathers by replacing the horrors of battle with the blessings of peace." The Hill, Trump, Kim signed document on denuclearization. What is in the agreement? The Hill has text here. The president stressed that the 403-word document is a work in progress and was limited by the whirlwind nature of the summit in Singapore. In it, the U.S. agrees to offer some unspecified security guarantees for Pyongyang in exchange for an unwavering commitment to complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. The U.S. and North Korea agreed to establish new diplomatic relations in an effort to build a lasting and stable peace regime on the Korean Peninsula. The U.S. will halt or suspend military exercises in South Korea. "I think it's tremendously provocative," Trump said of war games, promising U.S. taxpayers they will save a tremendous amount of money if they end. Trump said North Korea will close a missile engine testing site, an agreement not in the signed document but verbally added by the two countries at the end of the discussions. The U.S. and North Korea agreed to commit to recovering, identifying, and repatriating the remains of soldiers killed in the Korean War. U.S. sanctions on North Korea will remain in place until the process is further down the road. "Our eyes are wide open. Sanctions will come off when we're sure the nukes are no longer a factor," Trump said. What is not in the agreement? A timetable for denuclearization. "It does take a long time to pull off complete denuclearization, scientifically," Trump said. "You have to wait certain periods of time, but once you start the process it's pretty much over. You can't use them, and that will happen soon." Details about how verification will take place. Trump vaguely said a mix of U.S. government personnel and independent inspectors would make up a verification team. The future for 29,000 U.S. troops stationed in South Korea. Defense Secretary James Mattis was not part of the U.S. delegation at the summit. Marking an official end to the Korean War. The release of Japanese political prisoners. "I brought it up, they're going to be working on it," Trump said. "They didn't put it down in the document but they will be working on it." North Korea's atrocious record on human rights. Trump said he talked up North Korea's real estate and beachside hotel opportunities with Kim. What's next? Trump said National Security Advisor John Bolton would huddle with his North Korean counterparts next week to begin fleshing out the details of the written and verbal agreements. The president said he will continue talking with the leaders of China, South Korea, and Japan about the summit results. China said after summit that sanctions relief on North Korea could be considered, Reuters. Trump said he will invite Kim to the White House at the appropriate time, sometime further down the road, adding that another meeting may be in order. The president is on a flight back to the United States. Fox News Channel's Sean Hannity will air a pre-taped interview with Trump at 9 p.m.